Hey, what's going on, guys? This is the local movie here, otherwise known as Slime Boss, and today, welcome to the Q&A session where I'm going to answer your guys' questions across all different platforms, from the YouTube side to the Discord side to the Twitter and Instagram side. And if you aren't following me on those in those places, don't forget to subscribe to me on YouTube, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, and join my Discord server so that you guys can be up to date with everything about my channel. If you haven't joined the Discord server, highly recommend it. You guys will get smaller announcements there, more immediate for both channels, Slime Boss Gaming and the local movie. Don't forget to subscribe to both channels as well. Without further ado, let's talk about what you just saw. So this is supposed to be the sort of style that I'm going with for my subscriber specials. I'm doing it into a few parts. I'm not sure what the third part is going to be yet, but there's going to be in total 3 parts, and it's going to be parodies of the recent announcements for Super Smash Bros. Part 1 was the original Everyone Is Here trailer from E3, talking about all the latest and greatest characters, starting with Mario and ending with Ridley, the most recent announcement of that announcement. And then we went over to the initial teaser trailer showing the Inklings, which is not really the part 2, it's more of just the Q&A announcement for this. And the final one, or the first one was basically just a shout-out extravaganza. So not only did we have the Mario to Ridley, we also had shout-outs across all different types of YouTubes, even ones that are even bigger than mine, just sort of showing my subscribes, my sub box, basically. I don't know how else to explain it. It's basically everyone that I'm subscribed to and how majority of them I watch on a regular basis, and I kind of follow along for my style of video. So what you just saw was, of course, the beginning of the Super Smash Bros. Direct that came out a couple weeks ago, maybe even a month ago by now, as of the release of this video. And yeah, so before we continue, and let me talk about sort of the numbering system, which will also continue in the description of this video. I still haven't, at the recording of this video, taken the time to actually fill in the description of the last video. It will be upgraded as soon as this video goes out, because this video will be released alongside the new description, filling out all of the numbers 1 through, I don't remember what it was, but we're going to be adding some more at the end of this video, other than the few I'm about to show you right now, and it's just basically in the style of the Super Smash Bros. Direct, including the recent announcement in the regular Nintendo Direct that was added, a character that was added to the lineup. So let me show you guys this video, and then I will get back at you to talk about the numbering system.
Not fair!
Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed that. So, now we recently added Castlevania characters Simon and Richter, and now we are adding Chrom and Dark Samus, the Echo Fighters, as well as King K. Rool at the end of the Smash Direct, and finally Isabelle from the Nintendo Direct. So now that kind of throws off my numbering system, because I made that video after the E3 presentation, so I didn't actually get to add all of these new characters. So to explain the number system a little bit, basically I just started counting afterward, after this certain point, after the end of the E3 trailer's numbering system. So I believe that was 50 something along those lines. For that, and then I just went on and did Mii, the first one being the logo movie, and my Echo Fighter immediately after that being Slime Boss Gaming. So basically just myself. So yeah, my Echo Fighter, and then everybody else following along that. And in the actual video, I did it out of number order, having the Echo Fighters more at the end, and then the physical numbers as the show went on, as the video went on. And so that's how the numbering system kind of went. But if you look in the description, the Echo Fighters are placed right next to the original fighter, including the new additions that we just showed now, which means that some of these characters, such as King K. Rool, Richter, Simon, and Isabelle, are all new characters, which means we actually have to add it to the original list rather than my custom list. So if you look at this little graphic I created, we simply just took Isabelle and we bumped Mii. We took Isabelle, Richter, Simon, and King K. Rool, and we added them to the normal list of Super Smash Bros. Characters, and then we bumped Mii up so many numbers, and then the rest of the crew, the rest of the 100 characters that I've added, all fall in line. And that's gonna be it for new characters on my side, because I don't want to mess it up for the next big announcement for Super Smash Bros. However, I do have one more shout out that I want to make by the end of this video, and that will be at the very end of my numbering system. So, as we're doing this, it is now time for the Q&A section. So, let's start off with my Q&A from the Q&A section on my YouTube Discord server. Don't forget to join that if you want to ask any more questions, because that channel of the server is open forever. It will stay there until the server eventually closes or Discord deletes itself or whatever. For now, it's going to be there for the entire duration of my channel. So it'll just be there for you to ask me questions if you want to. Unless I am on the server at the time, you can ask me a sort of an immediate question in the general section. Anyway, let's start with number 1, which is shout out to these people as well. They won't be added to the list, but they'll be shouted out, and you'll be able to talk to them on my Discord server and any other server that they're on. So this is you'll see him as Goombabwe Leroy, but his real name is Leroy the Boy, and of course you can change the name, so it might change in the future. So I named him Goombabwe because that is my sort of ranking system on the Discord server. So yeah. Anyway, he says, what inspired you to do the logo movie? So the logo movie, I was really into logos for my entire life, and I was also really into games. So it basically started off as a thing that I did when I came home from school and I went to my grandmother's house, and I just printed all these random things and logos and stuff, and no one understood what I was doing, and I was cutting them out, putting them in pictures. And now that I think about it, going back, it's, why did I do that? I wasted paper and ink. They're like, oh, you wasted, they even told me that I wasted paper and ink, and I just didn't understand that. And during that time I was playing through, I don't really have any significant remembrance of it, but I just remember always having a bag in my closet, and I eventually threw it away, which kind of sucks. I wish I had it now. Like, at one point I thought I still had it, because it was like so purposeless, but I do remember those times coming home and printing out those things after done with my homework. So what inspired me to do the logo movie is basically that, my true passion for logos, honestly, and my newfound love for graphic design. So I've actually created a couple of my own logos and such. That's why I've changed my banner and logos across all of my channels over the past couple of weeks. I'm really testing out, feeling the waters for a lot of different things. So a lot of different styles. I'm really into the simplicity stuff of it. So yeah, and then the logo movie is sort of a split deal. It's the logo evolution side, which I love, just looking at the progression of things. Beyond that, it's just sort of an aesthetically pleasing thing. But then the other thing is the reviews, which I really haven't really done yet. I've only tested it with a few videos, and people seem to like it as well, which is great. It's just not as popular as my logo evolutions, which they are going to continue. It's not going to be strictly games. It is going to be other things as well, and I will actually be reviewing other things, not other than games as well. That's sort of a thing that I wanted to bring over to the Slime Boss Gaming channel, but it didn't really fit, and I didn't really have a lot of time for it. So that's why I have the logo movie. So basically, it's a separate channel that I can just do other things on, and that's why I like to split everything up, because the Slime Boss Gaming is purely gaming, while the logo movie is pretty much everything else that I wanted to do that's not really gaming related, other than the logo evolutions of a game or a review of a game, which that's where the two channels tie together, because after I play the game, I like to review it afterwards, because it's fresh in my head, because I just played it, and it makes sense only to do a review afterwards, so that I can do. That's something I've just been wanting to do for a while as well, just kind of like reviewing things and see what people think of my thoughts of those games. I really enjoy doing it. So, and this kind of leads into the second question that Leroy asked. It says, did you think people would like the logo movie? No. I really thought it was just basically going to be a side venture, you know, some things in beta, thoughts and notes written down, were supposed to be for Slime Boss Gaming, so eventually I just moved it over to the logo movie, and it's kind of an odd one in my head, but yeah, that's about it. I didn't think it, but as time went on, I only had a couple videos on the channel, and I was really focused on Slime Boss Gaming at the time, and right now I'm kind of still split between it because I have an actual set schedule on Slime Boss Gaming, while on the logo movie I don't really have one. It's just whenever I can get to it. But you guys will be looking forward to lots of great 2019 videos, especially more with the reviews side of things, and especially when Super Smash Bros. Actually comes out, I'm going to be doing a lot of content based around that, so don't forget about that. So 2019 is going to be my big year where I actually start uploading more and things like that. So did I think people didn't like the Noga movie? No, I really didn't, but as soon as that Nickelodeon video took off, I just wanted to make more content on this channel, and also self-promote my other channel as well, because it's not really getting so much, love that I thought that channel would get more than this one, because that one has more consistency rather than this one, but still people love the most recent videos that I've been making, so that's why, you know, I really want to continue pushing out the local movie alongside of that. Next we have Lonely Hero 2326. Unfortunately, he isn't on my server, but you'll be able to check him out over on the FungiCraft server, otherwise known now as Rainscraft, which is actually going to be starting up on my channel on Slime Boss Gaming as a live stream series, so don't forget to check that out as well. So you'll be able to see him on there, and he's commented on my videos a couple of times, but yeah. Anyway, he asked, when did you started to play Minecraft, or when did I start playing Minecraft? I don't know the exact date, essentially because it's kind of funny because I actually watched Minecon Earth just now, and it's, you know, a lot of people are talking about when they started playing Minecraft. I actually don't know, honestly, and I actually started with the Pocket Edition of Minecraft. That's why I love the Bedrock version now more than other versions, and eventually I moved over to console, and obviously since the Bedrock is now on consoles, it's infinitely better. I've always liked the controller control scheme rather than the touchscreen control scheme, especially nowadays when touchscreens are more intricate and they're really touch sensitive now, and so games like Minecraft are really hard to play on it. At least that's just my opinion. So when did I start playing Minecraft? I don't know, but it was around 0.6, whenever they had the dirt background and the 3 options of Minecraft Pocket Edition. Never played Java. Well, I have. I've owned it at one point in time, but I don't really like the keyboard combination, and I've never had a strong enough computer to actually run it. Anyway, do you have siblings? Yes, I have one sibling. You might have seen her on the channel on Slime Boss Gaming a couple of times. I'm not gonna say her name because that's not very nice of me, and basically she's known as I don't remember what it was, like Magma Cream or something like that at first, and then she evolved into Puppy Lover, and now she's Slime Lover, which is odd enough because my name is Slime Boss Gaming, but she's now known as Slime Lover. She doesn't have her own YouTube channel, but she's planning on it. She really loves Musically and Roblox. She's more of a Roblox person than a Minecraft person. She likes Smash Bros, and she loves like sports like soccer and things like that, so she's really more of an outside kid, but she really loves Musically and Roblox more than the outside, and you know, it's kind of funny, but every once in a while I do a video with her. So yeah, if you guys want to see more of her, there's actually a link, actually not a link, but in my Slime Boss Gaming channel there's a couple of playlists with her in it. I think it's under the random videos right now, but of course I am planning on doing more content with her in the future, especially on the logo movie. This next question comes in from Mr. Batman. Also, he did leave my server, unfortunately, and he is still on the Rainscraft server, so don't forget to check him out on there. Anyway, he says, "What's your real name?" Unfortunately, at this time, I won't be able to actually say it. But in the future, I believe somewhere around 100 or 1,000, I don't know, I'm still deciding whether or not, but it will be alongside my face reveal, which I want to get. I would have done it now for the logo movie, but I'm actually waiting for, Slime Boss Gaming to have a little bit more subscribers before I can do that. And it's still growing, which is crazy enough. Even though there's still a small amount of subscribers, it's still growing. It's still going out there. It's still getting up to the 100 mark. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. Anyway, This next one comes in from Chloe, or otherwise known as Peach Sunday, on my Discord server. What made you want to start YouTube? Now, this is kind of similar to what inspired you to do the logo movie, but in essence, for summary of all of my channels, I loved gaming, I loved reviews, and I loved logos, and it's just really been my sort of I don't want to say gaming was my passion, because I just loved games like any other just any other person on the block. I was actually more of a casual gamer. As you can see by my Let's Plays so far, they're not really professional, they're not really outgoing. I mean, I try to do 100% because I'm just like a completionist like that, but I'm not really more of a gamer. But really, YouTube, when it came down to it, YouTube inspired me to do YouTube. I loved watching videos out there, and I was initially, my Slime Boss Gaming channel was supposed to be a Minecraft channel, because I was really watching a lot of Minecraft content at the time, and I still do, but it's really about the other YouTube channels and the community that everything brings together. And beyond that, my newfound passion and my new sort of career, and I'm actually kind of getting paid from it indirectly nowadays, and in the future I'm planning on expanding it, and that's editing and graphic design. Of course, that's kind of where the logos came in, and I love gaming and I love it logos, so I kind of just combined the two, and that's what made me want to start YouTube. The second question from her is, do you think you'd work as a full-time YouTuber, or will it be a hobby only? I'm not sure, actually. It's a hobby right now, but in the future, I do kind of want it to be full-time, but at the same time, I want it to be my side job. Almost a job that I do, like, that's where my face goes out, my personality goes out, but my real job that I want to do, as just said by the last question, is be a graphic designer and an editor for other people. So for example, if someone comes to me, a YouTuber, that says, I want my videos edited, so I'll pay you X amount of money, so I'll do it. I won't work on multiple channels or do anything like that. I'll make sure to keep graphic designing for whoever I'm working with right now. I can't disclose that, but I want to make sure I open myself up to other places and be able to throw my style out there, but I also want to keep their channels at heart. So in synopsis, do I want to be a full-time YouTuber? Maybe. It is a hobby right now, and it probably will be still in the future, but my real main full-time thing that I want to do is become a graphic designer and editor for other YouTubers, as well as have my channel on the side as well. Next comes in from Random Punk. Again, unfortunately he left my server, but he is a part of the SMG4 community and the Mario 54321 community, so don't forget to check them out as well. I did put them in my first subscriber special, so don't forget to check that out as well. Why do you do Let's Plays? Well, why? I don't know. I mean, that's just, when I think of gaming and gaming channels, that's the first thing I think of. And then that's why I want to actually branch out and do other things like reviews, because that's different. Why do I do Let's Plays? It's just kind of natural instinct. If you want to start a gaming channel, that's the first thing you want to do, is do a Let's Play. So I don't really have a reason exactly why, but generally it's the first thing that you want to do if you want to start a gaming YouTube channel. Second question from him is, what do you use to make your videos? I recently did this for my 1-year anniversary special, I think, or my 50 subscriber special, or something along those lines on my other YouTube channel. Again, don't forget to check that out. What do I do to use to make videos? I use my phone. I use my Samsung Galaxy S7, and sometimes I use my Samsung Galaxy S9, and every once in a while I will use, or starting in the future, I will start using my Samsung Galaxy Tab, which I don't have at the moment, but I'm getting it. And beyond that, I used to use my PC, which is just a Surface Pro. I used my Nintendo Switch, my Wii U, my 3DS, my Xbox to do other sorts of content as well. And in general, most of the time, even if I'm using my consoles, I use my MobiZen to record 1080p 60 content, and I use emulators for my actual games other than Minecraft. I bought that myself. Next comes in from BP. another YouTuber. Link is in the description because it's added to my total. And added to my character list. He's on there as well, so don't forget to check him out. His link is in the description as well. Anyway, only one question from him. He says, why do you like Minecraft? Honestly, I don't really know why I like a lot of games, and it's really odd because, yeah, I really don't know. Minecraft is really creative. I like that part of it because, again, I like to be a graphic designer and such. So that's more of what it is on the outside of it, but it's just a fun game. I don't really know. Like, whenever you ask these why questions, I don't really know because it's just I've been playing them for so long. Like, why do you like Super Mario Bros? I don't know. I mean, recently I've been really getting to platformers and RPGs, but I don't really have an explanation as to why I like those things. It's more of just an instinct because I've been playing them for so many years. It's more of just like a nostalgic factor. Like, I don't really have a full, complete answer. So thank you for that question, BP. Next, we're heading over to YouTube, and now we have a question coming from Brickwire / Tycraft 102. He's also on the Pinecraft / Rainscraft server as well, so don't forget to check him out while I do those live streams. But how come they didn't add Steve from Minecraft Nintendo Switch Edition, quote unquote, in Super Smash Bros. Or Waluigi? I'm not a developer. I don't know. I think they actually are. There's a lot of rumors out there. So, of course, don't believe rumors, but one of the most common ones is like 3 more newcomers or so, and a lot of people have theories about it, about the box theory and the blog theory, and I think there's about 2, 3, or 4 more characters coming, and a lot of people believe Steve, Banjo-Kazooie, and Ken are a part of those, which, honestly, there's no gameplay footage of it, which is another thing you need to look at when it comes to rumors, but making sure everything's correct. But based on the box theory, based on the roster theory, based on everything else, things are pointing towards Steve. As for the Waluigi one, why didn't they? I don't know. So things are really pointing towards Minecraft Steve, which is an oddity, an odd one. But I think there will be some Microsoft representation in the new Smash Bros. Waluigi, that's just a meme right now. I bet you asked because it was a meme. I really can't give you a full-on answer right now. I bet you anything they'll do some sort of funny thing where they say, oh, we'll add Waluigi as DLC or something like that. But definitely in Smash 6, because of the high demand and the memes of this time around, I think Smash 6 will really have him in it. But who knows, if that's in the future. Fortunately, Waluigi is not going to make it. However, lights seem to be pointing towards Steve. Anyway, this next one comes from Slimeboss Gaming 21. Who's that guy? Am I you? Yes, you are. If you didn't know, I am also Slimeboss Gaming. I'm talking about it a lot this time, so don't forget to subscribe to my other channel. That's where I'll be posting more. So yeah. This next question and the final question comes from QnC Network, and he says, "Do you like Nintendo's modern games and old games?" I like both, yes. Unfortunately, I am very narrowed to specific genres, and I don't know why, but I just don't like to branch out and play other games. It's really odd. Like I'm not gonna ever play Xenoblade. I'm never gonna ever play, I'm trying to think, like, Grand Theft Auto. I'm just not into those types of games. So, like, games that I'm, into are platformers, creative games, and, RPGs. So, things like Xenoblade, why am I not going to play that? Or Final Fantasy. First of all, it's a JRPG, but 2, I don't know, I'm just not really into it. More along the lines of, or the same question as why do you like it? Again, I'm not sure. And then more relating it back to modern and old games, yes, I like both, across all the platforms, across all the things, but it's more of along the lines of the lineage of the platformer. And of course it all originated around Mario Bros. And Donkey Kong, which is one of the series that I like. But beyond that, I like the games because they are the classics, or because they are essentially the same thing. So, for example, I've never played through the entire. I played it before, but I've never played through the entirety of Super Mario Bros. Until recently on my channel. I've never played through the original Pokemon Red. I don't even think I've touched Pokemon Red in my life. The original Pokemon Red in my life. I've probably seen gameplay of it, but I've never played it myself. In terms of like, I've never played through some of these games that I'm playing through on my channel right now, and they are the older games, but the only reason I like them and I want to continue playing them is because they are a part of the lineage of games that I've loved already. So, for example, I've started with Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I've yet to actually complete that game under my own circumstances, other than YouTube. I mean, I've never played on YouTube either, but, I've started with that game, and I can just continue to play games in the future. I haven't actually completed the majority of them. I've completed through X, Y, and Auras and Sun Moon, but, you know, I continue to play the future of the games, but I also like to go back and play the originals as well. There's more stuff to love in the originals as well, and of course it's the same core concept, so it's like playing an entirely new game. But it's been released already, and it's easy for you to access, so it's almost a better option. Same thing with Super Mario Bros. As well. Like Super Mario Bros. I started with New Super Mario Bros. And playing through Mario Bros. Is just an, similar experience, and I enjoyed that game greatly. And to expand upon that, Mario Maker is super duper fun to play, especially because it explores all different aspects of Mario platforming in 2D space. And that about wraps it up for the Q&A. So if you have any more questions, let me know in the comments below. I will continue to answer them, but I won't be doing it as an actual video or subscriber special. Stay tuned for the final part of the subscriber special, pertaining probably to the next announcement for Super Smash Bros. So yeah, and I have a couple more announcements for my quote-unquote character roster. There's one more announcement at the end of this video. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys, first of all, in the next subscriber special, but second of all, in 2019, we'll be really kicking off the Logo movie. Thank you guys for all the subscribers, all of the support, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Yo, it's time to smash.